Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. This just in, the person behind the reported sale of COVID-19 vaccine slots in Mandaluyong City has surrendered to authorities. The suspect turned himself in to MMDA Chairman Benhur Abalos and Mandaluyong City Mayor Menchie Abalos. He was found to be a resident of Mandaluyong, where his father is a barangay official, and the suspect will now be turned over to authorities pending investigation on the matter. Social media posts regarding the alleged sale of vaccine slots in various NCR cities went viral over the weekend. The Interior Department is looking at harmonizing border rules across the country at the right time. Undersecretary Jonathan Malaya told Agenda that different protocols cause confusion in some areas. Malaya noted, however, that coming up with unified rules right now might send the wrong signal to the public. He said one factor that officials are looking at is the country's supply of COVID-19 vaccines. In the meantime, LGUs are allowed to have their own policies, provided that minimum health standards are observed.
Pag nakadami-dami na tayo ng bakuna, no, and we have reached a certain level of confidence in our vaccination program, na more than 4 million, I think that would be the time now for us to sit down and harmonize again.
Business leaders and digital experts gather for a two-day Business World Economic Forum. To give us details, we have Shyla Francisco reporting to us live from Taguig City. Shyla, good afternoon. What are the key takeaways from this event so far?
Charles, business leaders and consultancy firms highlighted the need to accelerate or sustain the acceleration of digital transformation for economic recovery. But they all agree that it is more than just a technology. In his keynote speech, Ayala Corporation President and CEO Fernando Zobelda Ayala noted the rapid increase in digital transformation. Ayala said this started last year on the onset of the pandemic as demand spiked up for online shopping, food delivery, and entertainment. He quoted a study showing that Philippine internet economy is set to reach $28 billion by 2025 from $7.5 billion last year. However, he underscored that equitable access remains a challenge, as only 67% of the population has internet access as of January 2021. Aside from reliable infrastructure, he said digital services, cybersecurity, and national ID are the foundations of a digitally developed economy. Anthony Winjan of Boston Consulting Group agreed, saying that a national ID system could result in better access to essential services and assistance. Mobile payment service GCash, for its part, said leveraging on financial services to reach a wider sector is among the firm's priorities this year. With over 40 million current users, GCash is estimated to reach around 2 trillion transactions from just 1 trillion last year. GCash also revealed that they are looking into adopting cryptocurrencies if there's a partner and working business model. Leaders hope regulations are enough to weed out fly-by-night operations and that e-wallet and e-education will reach more Filipinos. The speakers also noted that more than just technology, the emphasis on digitalization should be also addressing consumer needs. Let's hear what they have to say.
Technology should serve a much higher purpose. Ultimately, technology is an enabler of growth and an expander of access to products and services for those who need these the most.
Charles, later we are expecting
underserved in a way. And the acceleration that we've seen and that we will continue to see will help with financial inclusion, will help with cheaper or more affordable access, and will fluidify our economy through digital services and digital cash.
Charles, later we are expecting talks from the National Economic Development Authority, World Bank, and the Bangko Sentral. They will further discuss digitalization and digitalizing the Philippine economy. Charles?
Thank you, Shyla Francisco, reporting live from the city of Taguig. One economist wants the executive department to tag Bayanihan 3 as a priority bill. Pamantasan ng lungsod ng Maynila, President Emmanuel Leco told Business World Live that another round of cash aid is a stepping stone to economic recovery. Leco added that the amount of the ayuda should match what the people need.
anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000, I think, are good estimates. I think 10,000 should be more like it. If we look at ayuda as part of our economic stimulus package. I look at ayuda as the economic relief, which should be a requirement, a prerequisite for any economic recovery, particularly for countries that are relying a lot on consumption as a major driver of its economy.
As for COVID-19 vaccination, Leko says it's time for the private sector to step in and help the government achieve its target.
We need to bring in the private sector and make vaccination a 24-hour routine activity, no 24/7 throughout, particularly the National Capital Region. And I think one of the deputy speakers in the House also pushed for that. We cannot stop. We cannot make this a business as usual activity. We are way below targets.
Singapore is no longer the place to be during the pandemic, as it falls in Bloomberg's COVID-19 resilience rankings along with other Asian countries. The shakeup explained in this Bloomberg Quick Take.
Singapore had slid from the top spot in Bloomberg's COVID resilience ranking, along with other Asian economies that had previously contained the virus. This month's ranking, which names the best and worst places to be, shows the Asia-Pacific region dropping in the ranks. Jin Chang Hong in Hong Kong joins us now for more. So first, tell us about the change in the #1 spot this month.
This month, we see Singapore fell from the #1 position. It only held for a month, and it gave the throne back to New Zealand, which has been the champion for a lot of months. So actually, this shows that Singapore is now facing a new outbreak in its community and is reacting with very strong restrictions, such as limiting social gathering to 2 people. And all these restrictions means that Singapore now is less like a best place to live, but we see that Singapore has a very high vaccination rate, which is the highest in the entire Asia Pacific region.
The Asia region was seen as doing fairly well fighting the virus in 2020, but that seems to be changing now. What's behind the shift?
If we look at this month, it's not only Singapore that declined. There's also Taiwan and Japan, which both of them fell out of the top 10 because of local outbreaks. And this shows that even the top stars of virus containment will face new challenges. With now we see variants, with now we see difficulty of rolling out vaccines in Asia, with people who used to be almost COVID-free for a year, and they don't feel the urgency of participating in the campaigns. So other than these countries, virus is also taking hold in South Asia and Southeast Asia. So 7 out of the biggest declines this month we see in the ranking all in the Asia Pacific region.
And looking ahead to next month, what are the key factors at play here for the ranking to change in June?
Yeah, we are looking at those small steps made by vaccine leaders like UK and Israel to open up to global tourism. We want to see how sustainable that will be. And other than that, we are watching the virus outbreaks in developing world, including the Asian countries we just mentioned. We want to see if they can catch up in vaccine space and then catch up with the vaccine leaders in how they are resuming their economic activities.
Chile will start issuing mobility passes to fully vaccinated citizens in a bid to make travel easier. Let's watch this video from Bloomberg.
Esta semana implementaremos un pase de movilidad que dará mayores grados de libertad y de movilidad a las personas que hayan completado íntegramente su proceso de vacunación con las dosis y los tiempos requeridos.
La implementación de un pase de movilidad no es apropiada en este momento epidemiológico. En primer lugar, porque este va a aumentar la movilidad y con esto el riesgo de que tengamos mayores contagios. En segundo lugar, porque esto puede generar una falsa sensación de seguridad a las personas vacunadas que tienen que mantener sus medidas de autocuidado.
nosotros valoramos la implementación del pase de movilidad porque va en el sentido correcto de ir recuperando un sector que ha estado paralizado por más de un año. Va a permitirle a los chilenos que puedan viajar por el país.
For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Do visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. And you can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Charles Lejano. We are One News.